Hi, my loves. Welcome. I'm going to do a quick collective reading. I can just feel that there's something in the air. There's something in the energy, and I feel like it needs to be talked about. So if you happen to see this, I do believe that you come across whatever is meant for you. So if you see it, it's your message. All right. Let's see what needs to come out. Take a deep breath, my loves. Right now, breathing exercises are really going to help because it's going to feel so stressful, especially the closer we get to the full moon. The crazy thing is it's not even going to be stressful because anything is actually going on. I mean, there might actually be something going on, but for the most part, it just feels very internally. Like not a lot is changing on the outside. Maybe something has already changed and there's a part of you that like, I'll give you an example. Like, maybe your car is in the shop and it's taking so long for it to come out. And there's a part of you that's like, hurry up and come out, or like, finish it. I need to be done. And you feel so frustrated because it's not going any faster. Okay. Like I said, take a deep breath, my loves. I feel like that's going to be your fucking saving grace right now. All right. Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords with the Three of Cups. You're also going to be in the mood to try and hang out with a lot of people right now, which is it's not bad. It's just, I would say try your best to just not overdo it, because right now you are going to need a little bit of alone time for you to be able to keep that mood stabilized a little bit, and for you not to feel so overwhelmed by what's going on around you and all of the people and stuff. Tell me more. You're learning something new. Remind yourself that it's in the lessons, it's in when it's hard that we're growing the most. All right, so what you're experiencing right now is growing pains. There's an energy of feeling very frustrated and overwhelmed because it's just happening too fast, or like, okay, so the change is happening fast, but you feel like the positive part is taking too long to come in. So like, it's kind of like when you're in labor, you know you're in labor, but when you start, like, for example, my labor was so fucking long. Like, my first one, it lasted about like 3 days. My second one, I started getting contractions like 4 days before I gave birth. And then it was like, I had a really long where you can feel it. So when you start your contractions, it's kind of like that. Like when you start getting pain, that doesn't mean you're done. Like just because you got one contraction, two contract, and then it starts getting closer together and it starts happening stronger and stronger, but that doesn't mean that you're done just because you're experiencing all that pain as well. That just kind of comes with whatever miracle you're bringing into this world. You know what I mean? It really is like that. Whenever we're birthing something new, it hurts like a bitch. It hurts so much. And it's very hard because that's when we are growing the most, but it's so hard to see it. Right now, we have to try and be as trusting as we can of spirit. We have to try our best to not doubt spirit as much, because I know that it's easy to fall for that. I know that it's easy to just be like, no, I have to do something. I have to be the one to figure it out. I have to be the one to this. But no amount of anxiety is ever going to change anything that's going to happen. That's just not the reality of how we create. You can't anxiety your way out of a problem. Or you know what I mean? Or like think your way out of a problem like that. That's not, your aha moment comes when your aha moment comes, and it's going to come when you're in the energy of peace. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is someone that is sitting down to rest. Someone that knows they need some time away because they need to reconnect back to spirit. It's like when your phone dies, I'm sorry, when your phone is dead, you don't have a fucking choice. You either connect it to the charger or you just don't use it, right? And so it's the same thing that we do with our own personal energy when it comes to like that loving energy, that joyful energy. Either we connect it, we reconnect back to the Most High so that we can recharge. Because, okay, every connection that you get from other people is going to be like this. Like, you're not going to receive anything. You're always going to be in the negative when you're going to get from anybody. And when you start to like connect to God, and when you separate yourself, when you have those 15-minute meditations in the morning, when you have those prayers in the morning, those prayers at night, all of those things, they start to add up, and those things give you energy. Those things, they keep you upright. That is the energy of positivity. And that energy is always going to fill you up. But whenever you're trying to get, so stop expecting for you to ever get anything else from another person. You're never going to get a positive, because we're all just draining each other. Because in a way, we are all just like your phone. Like we are all just connected in that way. It's just, I don't want to say using each other, but in a lot of ways we are. That's what we're here to do. That's why we're not having this experience by ourselves, because we need each other. And we need to also remember that we can't expect the same energy that we receive from the Most High from other people, because that's not where it comes from. It's not where, like, we don't expect water from fire. Why do we expect love or that type of godly energy or that type of supercharge from other people? We're not ever going to get it. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Two of Wands. I want you to be careful, because it feels like there's certain situations that have like an influence on you on why you don't want to move forward. The Six of Swords with Judgment in reverse. I feel like the universe is kind of forcing you to take a pause and for you to really like notice certain shit, because you just weren't. You were so frustrated that something wasn't happening with the Two of Swords here, or like Two of Wands, I'm sorry. Outside sources kept influencing your decisions for your life. I feel like once the universe pulled this away, you had no idea what to do. And that's why right now you feel so lost, because they took away all of the things that felt familiar to you, because those are the things that you were attaching yourself to and supposedly you making them you. But the universe wanted to show you, no. What is you is what's still there when everything else goes away. What is you? Everything else went away, my loves, and I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you were stuck with having to figure that out. Who am I? And what am I doing? And what does make me happy? And what am I where am I supposed to be going? You started asking yourself those questions instead of saying, oh, this person wants me to do this, so I'm going to do this. I should be doing this, so I'm going to be doing this. I have to do this, so I'm going to do this. There's no I want to do this. There's no I desire this. There's none of that. There's only this is what my life has to be. And that's not a way of living. Once we start to go into that energy, your soul will 100% start to rebel against you, and it will start to make you want to like eat bad food. It will start to make you want to do like things that are going to kill yourself. Unalive yourself a lot faster. I know I gotta be careful with what I say. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you maybe had money and then there was like a fast twist and turn, and now there's a little bit of a lack, and there's an energy of feeling fear, like it's never going to come. Maybe your dreams, or you always dreamt so big to the point where you felt like, I will be this successful when I'm older. There's no ifs and buts and nothing about it. I'm going to be that successful. There was a part of you that felt it in your soul. You just knew. And there's something that happened, or maybe you're having to learn it right now, because remember, the way that imposter syndrome works is you go into something and you get super fucking cocky thinking you got it, I got it, like I got it figured out, I don't need any help, I don't need any this, and then moving into an energy of like, holy shit, there's a little bit more to this, maybe I do need to learn a little bit about it, and then you hit a low. And that low energy is going to tell you that you don't know shit. That low energy is going to tell you that what you're trying to become isn't really you. It's not you. People are going to figure out this isn't who you are. All that cocky energy that you felt in the beginning, all that cocky energy that was, sorry. Okay, for some of you, I'm also getting like you could have, I don't know if you had a lot of money or you had the promise of a lot of money. There's just something about that. Ten of Pentacles. Tell me about or you believe that like where you are and where the direction you've been on hasn't led you to success. And there's a part of you that's becoming a little resentful and frustrated maybe at the people that are around you. And then now you're realizing like it's not, I'm resentful towards them because I've like almost allowed myself to get this far. Like I've allowed myself to care this much about maybe like their judgment, their thoughts, their process, their whatever. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Chariot, yep. I just feel like you are now aware that it's time for like a new direction. The Chariot is an unstoppable movement forward in any direction, whatever direction you choose. You can't stop it once it gets going. It's gonna fucking fumble you down. I don't know. It's gonna crumble. It's gonna squish you. The Four of Wands with the Chariot. Yeah, it's time for you to head towards your true direction, stability, celebration, excitement, true joy, right? Because excitement comes from exploring yourself, exploring your likes, your dislikes, your just knowing what you like and what you don't like, and without living in fear. And the problem, sadness and depression start to come in when we become afraid of exploring new parts of ourselves because of what has happened in the past. That's when depression starts to like set in, and when we start to become a little bit more just back and forth on ourselves. Okay, tell me about the Four of Swords. See, inner strength, inner power, because some of you, my loves, I hate to say it, but it's the energy of I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And you feel like you can't say it out loud to other people because you feel like if other people hear you say that, they're going to judge you. They're going to think you're suicidal. They're going to think you're, I don't know, just, there's a part of you that's afraid of letting anyone see this side. Or you're afraid of being a little too vulnerable. Tell me about the Four of Swords with the Strength card. The Ten of Cups. Some of you are breaking very intense, like, chains with your children. You're figuring out a way to bring in your true joy. Again, bringing in peace. Some of you just finished breaking a lot of, like, curses maybe that were even in your family, or blood ties, or soul ties. It feels like there was a lot of lessons. There were so many lessons, and it was scary. It was a little scary. It wasn't sure, but you passed it. I feel like you just took the test to figure out if you really learned the shit that they were teaching you, and you learned. You figured it out. It was so hard, and then at the same time, the universe, like, yes, it's so hard, but apply the things you've learned. Use the methods that we've taught you. Use the things that you have. Use your tools. The magician, use your tools. And you became the magician. You allowed yourself to manifest and say, okay, this is what I want. I'm tired. I don't want to live that anymore. I want to go with the people that I know have my back. I want to be around people that I know are going to love me back. I want to be around people that I know I can trust, and I know that I can, depend on them. Not that I would need to, just if if that ever comes. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Swords. See, that's what you're breaking through. It's that anxiety. Just continue to remind yourself that just because you're getting through it doesn't mean anxiety is not going to show up. And anxiety is a perfectly normal emotion that tells you that your survival instincts still work. And that they might be triggered in the wrong situations, right? Because your brain is naturally going to make you very nervous when you see the edge of something, because you could fall. It's going to make you very nervous when you see fire. It's going to make you very nervous when you see someone that could potentially hurt themselves or something like that. It's always going to make you nervous when it comes to anything that it's going to see it as danger. And so if you're in a situation that with your person, and your person is making you feel just a little uneasy, even if it's just because of what they respond to you, that energy itself is going to be like danger, danger. And it's our job to go in there and, recalibrate it to the right setting, and make sure that it's, the sensitivity levels are exactly where it needs to be. Because again, it's a perfect sign that your survival instincts are working, and that your fear is functioning, and You know, but sometimes it's unnecessary. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. For some of you, it's just, it's the fear that the turning point is going to be worse than what you have now. But it never is. It never is. Every single problem you've ever had in every single situation or like struggle that you've ever had lasted. It was very short. It was not that bad. And it never really, it never threw you over. It hit you like a bitch out of nowhere, but it never hit you. It never threw you over. You always managed to stay on your feet. And there's a part of you that's like, fuck, but I'm just so tired of getting hit. I can't help it. I'm going to flinch. If life is going to pretend like it's going to hit me, I'm going to flinch. But life isn't pretending to hit you anymore. You're just flinching now every time life moves. And the universe is saying, I'm not going to hurt you. Like, I'm not going to hurt you. You're just, you have to learn those lessons and you're through them now. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Eight of Wands. For some of you, you have a partner that has been very, I don't want to call it unfaithful. I don't know. For some of them, I guess they have been unfaithful. But for majority of you, it wasn't that. It's, you have a partner that's been very, they're just not what you want. They're just not what you want. There's no point in judging them and saying that they don't have this and they do this and they do this wrong. Because the reality of it is that it's fine for them to do whatever they want to do. But it's not okay for them to include other people in them. Like, you could do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't, other people's lives, I mean, we should care about things, right? We should care about each other. And if it's like in danger, if it's this or if it's that. But if somebody's doing what they really want to do and it's like, we can't stop them. You can't stop somebody from doing what they really want to do. And I feel like this person is someone that is always going to choose themselves ahead of everyone else, even if it does hurt your feelings or make you uncomfortable or make you feel, yeah. I just feel like there is going to be this rapid change here. So I feel like the hits are happening. Maybe it's, just remind yourself that, like, with that whole labor thing that they brought up earlier, the contractions come shorter and maybe it lasts like a week, but it's a tiny, tiny time compared to your life. You know what I mean? Like, that the moments where I was in labor, those were a few days compared to the happy moments that I have with my boys for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's that energy. It's, those little tiny moments are worth the miracle. Those little moments of pain are always worth the miracle that comes after, or that you birth and bring into, because you get to experience them over and over and over and over and over again. And that pain is not, it's not just for nothing. So I feel like there's going to be a very fast change. Maybe the pain keeps getting closer and closer together. Maybe you keep feeling like you keep getting hit. But I promise you that all of that is happening for a reason. Contractions keep getting closer together because your body's getting ready to dilate. It's getting ready to let go of the baby. You know what I mean? It's getting ready to release and birth what you've created. So it's that. It's the same energy. Because I feel like it's happening now. Celebration, especially, it's here. Some of you might be getting married. And it's scary to go into it. I'm not saying that your marriage is like a hit, but maybe there's been problems trying to get there. And now that you're going to get there, it's like, it's beautiful. Two of Cups, yeah. For some of you, I got to be honest, you're letting go of what you felt was someone that you needed to be with for a real soulmate, and a soulmate is coming in. It's just that your soulmate isn't in your life yet. If that's your case, then you're just now leaving someone, or you're just now walking away from someone, realizing that you're taking a big risk by doing this, and then walking into connecting with your soulmate. Some of you know this person, but you don't see them as your soulmate. Very few of you, though. See, falling in love, union with resolution. All right, I need some of you to be very careful because some of you are in a relationship and you are going to meet your soulmate, and you have to do things the right way. All right, because I have the Three of Cups here, which a lot of the times it does represent a third party situation. And here with the Seven of Swords, that represents lies and deceitful energy and just, it's all bad. Like, that part is bad. If I wouldn't be saying this if this Temperance card wasn't in reverse, but because the Temperance card is in reverse, it kind of makes me feel like the universe isn't going to support something that starts off this way. So if you are in a relationship, you have to be very clear with your partner. Not that you're in love with someone else. You ain't got to tell them that, but you have to be very clear about what your intentions are with them moving forward. And if you do plan on being with them or if you don't, you want to make it clear enough so that somebody else doesn't ever wonder if you're going to go back to them or not going to go back to them, so that you're not lost about it. So that they're not trapped or tied to you. And that they can make decisions and use their free will to move forward, or vice versa. You can use your free will in someone. You're not attached to someone hoping that they're going to come back. So again, be very honest with what your intentions are with someone. And if your intentions are to move forward with someone new, it doesn't mean you have to rub your whole new life in someone else's face, especially if you know you just let them go. All right. I love you guys so much, and I hope that helped. It's 21:21 as I was looking at the clock. I love you guys so much. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. I'll talk to you later. Bye, my beautifuls.